Hello and welcome to Mindfully Trading. In this video, I'm going to share with you how to find setups for day trading. Whether you are day trading the stock market, the Forex market, or a different market completely, there will be something in this video for you today. Finding setups for day trading is an essential part of the process. Identifying high probability trading setups is essential for successful trading. By using a systematic approach and incorporating various tools and techniques, it can help to give you an edge on the markets by ensuring that you find more high profitable trading opportunities. There is a process to this and there are many different options available that you can use. I'm going to break all of those down in this video today. This video is packed with useful information to help you to find the best setups for day trading. I'm going to go through 8 different techniques that you can use, so make sure you stick around right until the end. Please make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel below the video. All of the software that I'm going to be talking about will be linked in the description below. Let's get straight into it. This is one of those videos that I wish I found when I was a beginner trader because it will really help to give you a guide on finding the best setups for day trading. We're going to kick off with number 1. This may seem quite basic to some of you, but you can't underestimate its value, and that is to define your trading strategy. For this, I'm going to just hop onto my trading plan. First, you want to determine your preferred trading style, whether this is a trend-based system, whether you prefer to trade reversals, or whether you like to trade ranges. And also break this down even further because this will help to orchestrate your plan on what you are looking for when it comes to your top-down analysis, what timeframes you are using. I like to keep all of this information together organized in my trading plan that you can see on the screen in front of you. Now, this is actually a template. It's one that I offer for free as well. So if you'd like to get a copy of this, there is a link below in the description where you can sign up and I will email it to you completely for free. In my opinion, every trader, especially a beginner trader, needs a trading plan. It is your roadmap to guide you through the markets. But I'm going to skip down here to the actual trading plan template just to give you some of the points to consider if you don't already do this. And that will be what market conditions you're looking for. So again, are you looking for a trending market? Are you looking for a market that is looking exhausted so that you can look for a reversal opportunity? Simply by identifying this will help you to look for a market chart that matches your preference. If you incorporate a series of different indicators in your trading plan, again, you can add those onto your charts and you can already refine what you are looking to trade based on the technicals from your trading plan. Having a clear trading strategy, a clear trading plan will provide a framework which will help you to find suitable setups that match your plan. Tip number 2 is to conduct fundamental analysis. Quite often, this is one of the first steps that I take in my daily process for finding a setup. Fundamental analysis helps to give you a perspective and understanding of the overall market conditions. Stay informed about central bank news releases, economic events that may be coming up, and geopolitical data. It is crucial to be aware of any economic events that are coming up that may impact an asset's movement. News and fundamental analysis can act as a catalyst, can really make certain assets move. And there are different tools that you can use, some free and some paid, to help you to stay on top of this. Personally, as I day trade the Forex market, I like to use forexfactory.com. This is a free resource. You can go on their calendar at the top here, and this will give you a calendar of all of the upcoming economic news events that are filtered per week. So I can move this to next week as I'm recording this video, and I have this filtered on the high impact news, so automatically I can see the next Tuesday the dollar has core PPI news due out. That can act as a strong catalyst, which means that personally I won't be taking any trades until that news event has been released. If you day trade other markets such as stocks, there are alternatives that you can use. Market Watch is a useful resource. You can keep an eye on here for any upcoming news as well. There are certain paid news software that you can use such as Benzinga, but it may not be necessary. My next tip is to perform technical analysis. This may seem pretty straightforward and obvious, but it is a crucial step in helping you to find setups for day trading. In your technical analysis, utilize different tools and features to help you to interpret price charts. Again, this is dependent on your own trading strategy, your own plan, but you can take advantage of using different drawing tools, placing trend lines, identifying support and resistance levels, incorporating indicators, anything that helps you to structure a chart, and you may find a setup simply from this process. Remember that this step is stronger if it is incorporated in addition to the previous steps. For example, if you find a pair, if you trade Forex or a stock that is moving because there has been a news catalyst, then you can step into carrying out technical analysis and helping you to further refine that asset to see if there is a setup for day trading. The more reasons that you have to take a trade, the more likely that trade is going to work. I'm just going to take a quick moment to talk about the high stakes program that I am trading with the 5%ers. They actually have 3 programs available. So they have the hyper growth, which is a one-step program. I passed this program in 2024, accessing a fully funded $40,000 account. And I'm currently working through high stakes. I've also got my eye on the bootcamp program for trading my trading bot. The high stakes program is a 2-step challenge. That means you have to go through the challenge twice. The first time, the profit target in step 1 is 8%, and in step 2 this is reduced to 5% with an overall maximum loss of 10% on the account. So personally, I am risking 0.5% per trade, which gives me a nice buffer to keep me away from that maximum drawdown. I have my own risk plan in place when it comes to trading a prop account. If you want to know more, let me know in the comments below. But what I love the most about this plan with the 5%ers is the fact that it has a 0 amount of time to pass the program. I can take as long as I need, so it removes the time pressure. I only need to focus on keeping my mindset and my emotions in check. If you want some more information, I have created a separate video, or of course you can find out some more information about the 5%ers if you feel ready to have a go for yourself in the description below. Tip number 4 for helping you to find setups for day trading. We're getting halfway through now, and that is to identify support and resistance levels. You may have done the previous 2 steps. You may be watching a stock that has been moving because there has been a news release. You may have carried out your technical analysis and can see that it is currently moving on a faster time frame and it is trending using a moving average. But if you don't incorporate this step of finding a key support and resistance level, then there may not be much scope for further movement on that pair. And in my opinion, the best way to do this is on the daily time frame. It is the highest authority time frame, and it is easier to find any key support and resistance levels. Support and resistance levels can just be key levels from this daily time frame that link with market structure. So I'm talking about very simply identifying the highest highs and the highest lows. I have a few videos that go through this process and share loads of different examples. It's a very important process to carry out to help develop your technical analysis ability reading price action. So do check out that video above. And just very quickly to explain this to you, I have just marked out these simple points here on the daily where price has made a new high and a new low. And it's those lows that we can use to place a line or a box, because these could be key support and resistance levels. From this simple act of identifying market structure, we can see that the DAX, in this case, the asset pair, is actually ranging, which isn't my chosen method of day trading. I prefer a trend, but it can help us to just see what's going on. So we have a tap up here, another tap where we couldn't break through. If you were a range trader, you could have looked at this on the daily, identified this wick rejection, and the following day you could have had a very bearish approach. If you just shorted this up here somewhere on a faster time frame using intraday price action, with a stop above that previous day high, or again using the data from a faster time frame to really refine your entry, your stop and your target, there's definitely a lot of room there for a trade. This is another area of confluence that you can use in addition to your usual technical analysis to help you to find setups for day trading. Tip number 5 is to utilize candlestick patterns. Candlestick patterns are a useful tool to help you to identify market sentiment as well as potential reversals. And to help explain candlestick patterns, I'm going to actually hop into my book, Forex Trading 101. This is a complete guide for beginners, and you can actually download a copy of this from my website. It's linked below in the description. I have a section here on candlestick patterns, and to start with, I'm talking about identifying the very simple candlestick patterns such as the doji candlestick, this one right here, which is usually a small body with a large upper and lower wick. This can usually represent indecision in the market. The market doesn't know whether it's going to go up or down. There are also a combination of candlestick patterns where two candlesticks work together to help give us an identification on whether the bias is up or down, such as a bullish engulfing candlestick. If you have a doji and then immediately after that, you have a bullish engulfing candlestick, a candlestick that fully engulfs this doji and it closes green, it closes up. That means that there was indecision and then the bulls took charge, and this can indicate that the market is moving up. In contrast to that, a bearish engulfing candlestick would be the same, but it is a bearish candlestick. It closes moving down and can indicate the market is going to move down. There are also pin bar candlesticks. These are one of my favorites to incorporate. We saw a bit of that on that range example earlier on the DAX, where we broke above the top of the range, but we had a huge wick rejection and closed below it. That was a pin bar, a bearish pin bar rejecting that level. That is an example of incorporating technical analysis with a key resistance level, and in this case, a candlestick pattern. The more that you can incorporate these factors in your trading, the more likely that trade is going to be a higher probability trade, and the more chance you will have of winning the trade. This leads me into my next point for finding entries for day trading, and that is to incorporate chart patterns, the next level up from candlestick patterns. Once you get familiar and used to identifying candlestick patterns, you can then look for a collection of candlesticks which formulate a chart pattern. You may have heard of some of the basic chart patterns such as flags, wedges, and triangles, or head and shoulders, but these are valid chart patterns and they are more accurate if they are present along with another area of confluence. For example, if they are present at a key level from your daily chart, or if they are in addition to a news catalyst. Again, here are some examples of the chart patterns that are shown from my ebook, Forex Trading 101. We have a bull flag here where the price is pulling back and it is forming a little flag pattern, and this can be a useful place to get long to join the trend moving up. And below there we can see the same example but as a bear flag where price is moving down. There are also double tops and double bottom patterns. This one here, an example of a double top, also referred to as an M because it looks a bit like an M. We have one tap, two taps, and then price moves down. If this pattern was present at a key level, that would be a very strong indicator for getting into this trade for a short, especially if after this second tap we had a very strong candlestick pattern, such as a bearish pin bar with a large upper wick. This is just a taste, an example of how all of these different areas of confluence can work together to help you to find a setup for day trading that is high probability. Point number 7 now, and this is to utilize different time frames. You may have heard of top-down analysis. This is the approach that I use for day trading. It helps to give an overall view of the market. It helps to refine a trading plan. It helps you to get a bias on whether you're looking to go long or short, and it helps you to find a setup for day trading. Here is an example of top-down analysis in action. So I'm here on pound dollar, and we can see that on this candlestick, this is going back to the 30th of October, we've had a close below this key level on the daily time frame, which means that we've crossed and closed below a key level that could signify a potential entry for going with the trend for a short. From that initial bias from the daily, I could drop to a faster time frame, so I could drop down to a 4-hourly time frame. I would use this to help to find out if there is a trade opportunity using my current day trading approach. So at the moment, this is the closing candlestick for 5 o'clock in the evening. I wouldn't trade this. I would wait until the following morning. So I'm going to move some candlesticks on. Just after the London session, we've got another bearish candlestick close. This is the line from the daily time frame, which is that key level. So we can see that we got a close below this key level with a strong bearish candlestick. We got a pullback up here, and then the 4-hourly, we got a doji, bearish doji here, and then a candlestick down, which means that in this 4-hour period, price just came down. From that initial analysis from the 4-hourly, I could then drop to an even faster time frame. Again, this is personal choice. I like to drop to the 15-minute, so I use a combination of the daily to the 4-hourly to the 15-minute time frame. And it's here on this faster time frame that you can look to actually plan a trade entry for day trading. Again, this is very dependent on what your personal day trading strategy is. I like to incorporate the Fibonacci tool with a trade entry placed in the optimum trade entry zone, these 3 levels here. And I usually place a stop above a significant technical place on the charts, which for this example would be above the structure and also above the key level. And a target would be usually double what I'm risking for this trade. So I wouldn't have been triggered into this trade yet. Would that have... So here I would have been triggered into this trade the next day, and then following that, price would have come down and hit my target. This trade setup has been found using a combination of technical analysis, candlestick patterns, chart patterns, key levels, and then top-down analysis. So what is the final step that you can use for finding setups for day trading? The final step that you can follow to help you to find setups for day trading may be better suited if you like to trade a different asset class such as stocks, and that is to incorporate a scanner or a screener. If you use TradingView, they actually have this built-in screener feature here, where you can filter certain data here to help you to find a stock that may be worth trading. For example, if you want to trade a specific price cap with a certain percentage rise or decrease in a day, you can enter all the information here to help you to find any potential stocks. Alternatively, there are other paid and free tools that you can use to help you to scan stocks to trade. I used to use the software Trade Ideas, although this is quite an expensive premium tool. It can be useful if you like to day trade, especially if you want to scalp the small cap market. I currently use this tool on Finviz, which is one of my favorite tools. I use this for more swing trading and short-term investments, but they have a very useful screener feature on here as well. You can see the ad popped up. That's because this is a free tool, but it doesn't negate the features that it offers. It's very similar to the screener on TradingView. You can change all of the data here, change your market cap if you want to target specific priced stocks, change your price if you want to look over or under a certain amount, filter by sector. You can even go into technical data here and try to see if there are any technical patterns that you can sync up, as well as news patterns. And what I like about this screener is once you have entered in your information, you can even search for this. Rather than an overview of the data, you can search by the charts. So you can see at a glance many different screenshots of the charts of different stocks. This alone can help you to identify potential trading opportunities. Finding setups for day trading requires a systematic approach, combining a combination of different fundamental and technical aspects to help you to formulate a strong trading plan and to give you an edge on the markets. By refining your trading strategy, performing a thorough analysis of both fundamental and technical aspects, identifying key support and resistance levels, as well as those all-important candlestick and chart patterns, you can enhance your ability to spot high probability setups for day trading. If you've enjoyed this video, do let me know by hitting that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel below, and I will catch you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.